What's happening, YouTube? It is JB from FFT Trading, about to give you another masterclass in conquering the financial markets. And in today's video, we're going to speak about how you can perfect your entries. So it's just going to be a very nice, simple, chill session. It's going to be me talking about a bunch of different tips and tricks you can use to help you get better entries. It's not so much about entry techniques, but it's about how to perfect your entries. So it's going to be very broad, shall we say. A lot of you are going to be able to piece this from your own learning. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. But if you just give me the opportunity to explain to you, it might be a bit confusing at first, but trust me, if you just slap this on while you're doing some trades, or you're just interested in how to perfect your entries or get better entries, get better risk to reward, get more accurate entries, then this is the place for you. So for those of you who don't know, if this is your first time on the channel, I'm a currency commodities trader with about 4.5 years of experience, and all I do is simply give out this kind of information to help you guys get profitable, get funded, get consistent, get successful with your trading. And if this is the kind of content that you like to see, very nice, chilled, happy content, educational, then go and check out a bunch of my other videos. I've got videos with loads of different expertise levels, from beginners to intermediate to advanced. So go ahead and check that out. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how I did and see if there's any other content you want to put out. But without further ado, let's crack on. So I'm just looking at pound USD on the 15-minute time frame. I'm not going to look at entry techniques. I'm just going to go ahead and just wait for certain opportunities that I might think would be good trades. I got to be honest and say that the way that I'm looking at the market is not going to be how you're going to look at the market. This is going to be about you take the information I'm giving you and you piece it with your own learning and you piece it with your own strategy. So I might take a setup like, let's wait for a setup. Does that go down? Again, I'm not looking to test strategies. I'm not looking to do whatever. I'm just trying to see where I would get into the market. You know, it's going to be a little bit of hindsight. I'm just not really, I can't be bothered looking at trades, planning it. I just want to see something happen. Okay, would that have been a trade? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe if I go to the 1 hour. Let me go. Okay, there we go. So you can see clearly. So price. Okay, price rejected. Fine. Okay, cool. So fine then. This looks okay. Let's say, for example, we want to take a sell by here. Okie dokie. Let's just say our position is like this. Okay. Let's say we want to wait for a momentum candle. We put a stop order down by there. Okay, that's one thing that we could do. Let's see if that plays out. Okay, cool. Just so we got something to work with by here. Okay, so the whole premise was taking a double top at this 1 hour support level, resistance level. Okay, now one thing that I want to drive home to you guys is think of things this way. If you can get the best entries, you will be aligning yourself with taking the best trades. It just takes a lot of patience to wait. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. 2 seconds, guys. You know, I mean, me personally, I would do something like this before, where I would say to myself, well, it doesn't matter how big my stop loss range is. It doesn't matter where I'm getting into the market. If I have a big, if I'm given the opportunity where I can have a small risk to reward, then fantastic. But sometimes, if I get in like this, if I have to wait for a momentum candle or wait for some kind of break of structure like so, I see how that structure got broken. If I take my trade by there, maybe I'm taking like a little retest in this zone by there, then I'm gonna have to sacrifice getting some big, sacrifice having a large stop loss or sacrifice having a small stop loss, because the market's gonna give me what it wants to give me. But imagine if all of your trades, right, every single trade that you took, right, looked like this, okay? I mean, look at that's fantastic. Look at that entry. You got the rejection, you got another rejection, boom, set the damn thing, right? If you want to basically take your target at this 1 hour level, right by there, let's say you want to do that. Let me just put something into perspective for you guys. So let's say you can go for like comfortably now go for a 1 to 2. Imagine if you took your trade down by here. Bro, that's gone from 0.9. How many pips? Like almost double, almost half a stop loss size. And you're able to get like an extra 1.6 R out of that just by reducing your stop loss. So consider the amount of confirmation that you're getting. If your stop loss or your entry doesn't look optimal, why would you take an entry by there when your setup's by here? Why would you not take it by there? Okay, so that's one thing. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, okay, let's go ahead and use a different example. Okay, let me go ahead and scout an opportunity. And I'm hoping, funny enough, I'm hoping that this trade loses. Okay, give me 2 secs. Maybe we can wait for price to come by here, and then we can take something. Cool. Amazing. Let's use this as an example. Okay, let's say as soon as you get to this level, this is like a way I used to trade way back in the day. So I would draw up my key levels, and I would instantly look on, say, the 15-minute time frame or the 5-minute time frame for some key levels to instantly trade off. So right now, I'm literally doing this. I'm gonna be probably extending this zone out, maybe something like that. I don't know why I drew it like that, just whatever. And I'm gonna take my shorts, baby. Like, I'm literally, as soon as it triggers me in by there, or as soon as it comes into this zone, this 15-minute zone, I'm taking the sell. Boom, man's taking the sell, put on my stop loss above this little structure that I found, or maybe let's be a bit more honest. Let's just do it like this, yeah. So I'm trying to give an example, but I can't be too crazy with it. Let's do it like, okay, let's do it like this. That's a decent place for a stop loss. You let me know if that's a good stop loss. I think that's a brilliant stop loss, to be honest with you. Fantastic. Oh. Damn. You're basically having a hypothesis. You're having an idea on what the market wants to do. But because you want it to be that way, doesn't mean the market's told you it wants to do that. So your initial hypothesis, and the way I want you to work through your thought processes to perfect these entries, is to think of it like this. My whole trade idea is that price will come to this level and then fall. That's the initial bit. My next idea is that it will deplete, or the pressure, the buying pressure, whatever, will deplete by here. So I need to see some kind of evidence that price is going to go in my direction. So if that's the case, and you're coming to this and you're waiting for your trade, and you can see that price, no matter what structure to your left is looking like, price is currently looking bullish. Okay, why is it looking bullish? Well, you've got these higher lows being made, you've got these break above, higher highs, and you've also got these higher lows right by there. So price is trending bullish. Okay, it might not, the whole move might not be bullish, but as we are currently, price is bullish. Okay, so why are you going to be taking a trade when you're going to be, why are you putting your entry when there's a train coming at the opposite direction at 1,000,000 miles an hour to your face? Just something to think about, So if that's your original hypothesis, think to yourself, okay, I do think price will leave from this level, but I got to see it, because can't price just literally go all the way up if it really wants to, no matter what the hell you're thinking of? You are having hypothesis on what the market is going to do, and then you need to, the market needs to tell you that it's going to do that. So it needs to all align. So what you can do by now is you're saying to yourself, okay, let me just hold on, wait for something. There you go. That's a bit nutty, I wasn't expecting price to do this. So now price is actually trading above, okay? But look, what's happened by here? We've got, right, this depletion. So maybe on the 15-minute, maybe you're thinking to yourself now, okay, I can see that we got this mini bullish trend, but I can see overall with this very strong key level, this is what I call the TDP, the trend defining point, we're actually not broke. We haven't actually broken that yet. There's been no breaks above the wicks, the bodies. So there's been no body close above the wicks, right? This key level by there still hasn't been broken out of. If we want to really go crazy with it, I mean, okay, fine. It kind of has. Okay, fine. It has by there. I didn't think it did, but whatever. You're looking at your main bias is from the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so maybe you can think to yourself, well, okay, maybe ditch the 50-minute. Let me go to the 5-minute. Okay, let me go to the 5-minute. Let me see something bearish. Okay, now it's looking kind of bearish. Okay, now we're piecing everything together. We're getting the evidence, right? We're not just jumping in front of a moving train. We are thinking about where are the best entries. Now, but the previous point that I spoke about, however you get into the market, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so long as the setup to you looks pretty good. I mean, heck, guys, if you think setups like this look good and they are amazing, then brilliant. But for me personally, I don't. And sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice some risk to reward. Sometimes you are. But what I'm saying is don't go crazy with it, right? One thing you could do, me personally, I wouldn't mind taking this trade because for me, I got good stop loss, I got good risk to reward. If I take that trade and price reverses, then heck, okay, cool. Do you know what I could do by here? Close the damn trade out. When it reverses like that, after setting my stop order, because look, stop order gets triggered, price reverses, close the trade out. Because price could simply just keep on going up. What have I got by here? Okay, this is looking really juicy now. What have I got by there? I got a nice break and retest. I got this, this break below. This is some bearish evidence. Okay, price is coming to this level. and I could, if I want to, take my trade now by there. Now that's looking pretty good, isn't it? That's a really good trade. And I'm going to put my stop loss above, right, that 15-minute level. Okay, if I really want to, I'm going to extend that stop loss a little bit because that does look a bit tight, right? There we go. So we're piecing a few things in one. Okay, we're getting the good entry. We're getting the good entry spot. We're not taking our trade randomly all the way down here. We're getting a good entry. If possible, the best entry now would be to be by there. But for me personally, I'll be thinking, well, is price going to just keep on carrying on in its trend? And you know, for those of you who want to trade trends and whatever, sure, you could potentially wait for price to get down by there and then take your trades or whatever. But when you're trading this particular fashion, when you're looking at higher time frames, you really want to get in early. When you see that depletion, you want to get in as early as possible, and you don't want to be thinking too much about trends or whatever. My biggest advice to you guys is when you have a really good setup and it aligns with the lower time frames and everything is bish bash bosh, it's looking really, really good. If price like reverses against you in the stop loss, close that trade out damn quick. Just close it out. Set that stop order again once it's moved away. And if you get triggered in a couple times and lose, and if you lose like 1 hour before your winning trade, or you lose now a certain amount, it's not a big deal, because I can promise you guys, if you get those gut feelings where price is going to reverse against you and you're getting good evidence, it's not just one little blip, right? Then more often than not, it's going to work out for you. It works out for me. I literally take like 0.2 hour losses all the time. I never take really a full stop loss, you know, because I'm really good at managing my trade and seeing when it's going to reverse against me. I can just feel it. I got a gut instinct. But no worries. You know, we got the good entry. We got the evidence. We're not taking trades in the middle of a moving train. And then what we're also going to do is have a really good stop loss. Okay, I guess we're talking about perfecting entries, but I guess we could say perfecting your trades, because entries and stop losses are the most important part of the target. We'll figure that out later, but most important places are the stop loss and the entries. So if you think like this, think to yourself, I really want to take the best trades I possibly can, and you keep that in mind. And even if you were at this point where you said, you know what, my setup is to wait for price to get to here, I want to have the best trades, whatever. So long as it fits the plan, we can't just say to ourselves, oh, I'm going to wait for price to get down up by here, you know, when price is clearly trending. You have to have like a sound reasoning as to why price could move from here. You guys have learned about trading so much. You know about the 4 hour, you know about the 1 hour, you know about the 50-minute, you know about trends, you know about key levels, you know about reversals, you know about break of structure, you know about breakouts, you know about consolidations, you know about the daily time frame, you know about confluences. You guys have all the information that you need to have really, 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 really good trades. You just got to piece it all together. Be patient. Think to yourself, where can I get the best entries? Where does it all really make sense? Okay, does, you know, you waiting for your entry now by here, does that really make sense? Well, we got to think about it. Okay, for that entry now to make sense, because price has pushed from this key level, what you got to think of is what's more likely to happen. Well, it's more likely to basically come to this key level by there. So if that's the case, then I need for price to come, hang on, don't tell me it wicked all the way up there. I was going to say, if it went all the way up there and came back down, then I'd be talking a whole bunch of rubbish, isn't it? But yeah. So now, what are we waiting for? Let's just, okay, well, there we go. It's just spunking down. So you got to piece it like this, guys. You got to, you know, really think, where's the most likely thing to happen? What's the likelihood of this happening right now? What's the highest likelihood of this happening right now? And that's how you got to think. When you think like that, your entries are going to be really, really good, because your whole process is going to improve. Your entire process is going to improve. But let's carry on. And let's just do more things. Let's just look at some good examples and look at some bad examples. All right then? Cool. So we're going to go through this whole thing. We're going to follow a nice sound structure. Sorry, a nice sound process, okay? We can see the 1 hour is trending to the downside. I can see that price is forming this higher low by there. Not too interested. I can see we might be in the middle of a consolidation. Is that what it wants to do? Okay, cool. Price is pushing. All right. We get this kind of manipulation all the time, okay? Let me see on the 4 hour time frame. All right then. All right, let's say we take a trade down by there. Remember, guys, I'm just trying to find a place where I could potentially think about taking trades, okay? Let's say that you guys are thinking to yourselves, yo, this is actually a really good example. Okay, think of it like this, guys. If you're expecting price to move from this level, right? You're waiting for your confirmation. You're waiting for a momentum candle, okay? You're going to go ahead and put your entry by there, okay? You're following the sound process, but is that really the best entry? Okay? price goes ahead and hits the target and you're able to get like a 1 to 2, but if you think price is going to rise from here, why would you not put your stop loss by there? Sorry, your entry by there. Why would you not maybe consider looking at the 5 minute instead? If you know that if the price is going to bounce, okay, why don't you look for something? Maybe heck, why don't you look at the 1 minute time frame? Why don't you see if you can try and find a nice little change of character or break a structure on this, right? And then take those trades, right? That's, in my opinion, much better than taking a trade that's way up there. And better yet, there's no real, better yet, put your stop loss behind structure. I don't want to see no one putting their stop losses like this. Put your stop loss in a decent place. I mean, just to show you guys, instead of, if you put your entry by there, are you able to get a 1 to 2 by there? Okay, cool. You can. But if you were to put your entry, say, somewhere around by here, look at that. You're going for 1 to 3, 1 to 4. And it's not so much just about getting well, actually, no, it is. It is about getting the most risk to reward out of a trade. If you have a move, you want to be able to take out as much as you possibly can, get the best risk reward you possibly can. But what comes first is always your stop loss. Your stop loss always comes first, and then it's your entry. Okay? So think about your setups, think about your ideas, think about your hypothesis, and think about how you can make it the best entry possible. So long as it follows a really sound process, and as long as you're trusting your gut, and again, it's following that process and good evidence and what's likely to happen, then you can start to take some really good trades at really good places. So think about that, guys. Think about taking the best trades and having the best process, which by therefore will allow you to take the best trades. I'm going to log off now, and I hope you guys enjoyed something, a nice little bite-sized video. I wish you guys all the very best in your trading. Let me know how I did in the comments. Have a little chat amongst yourselves, or, tell me what you want me to show you. I'm going to put a link in the description to the music, and if you really enjoyed this kind of stuff, go and look at some other stuff. Drop me a subscribe if you like it, and drop me a like button if you really, really liked it. But that's me, JB. I'm out. Have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care.